Hi friends, Grace Rizza here from Identity Dental Marketing. Thanks for joining us on YouTube and in our podcast, Dentistry is Growing with Grace. Today, I'm excited to share with you some information about hiring an excellent marketing manager. And you might be asking, why do I need a marketing manager? Well, as a dental practice owner, you're obviously very busy treating patients, treating emergency cases, leading your team, building systems, making sure you're handling all the insurance headaches, all of the things that come along with your job. And marketing sometimes becomes an afterthought. It can also be the kind of thing where you're great with it when it's top of mind and when you're inspired, but then it falls off. And so you have this little roller coaster of efforts where your team is great for a while and then it takes a back burner, and then it's great for a while and then it takes a back burner. And as you know, marketing is best when you are consistently feeding the engine, the marketing engine. So today I'm going to talk about how you can easily bring someone into your practice or leverage some extra time from one of your team members to stay consistent with your marketing efforts. And a unknown fact about me is that I was actually a marketing director for a dental practice for a year and a half before I started Identity Dental Marketing. So I know the challenges that exist in this position, and I know what it's going to look like for you. So I'm going to share as much of that as I can. So the first reason that you'd hire a marketing director, manager, assistant, whatever title you want to give that person, is for consistency. You want to make sure that you're posting a reel every day, or that you're building your TikTok channel. And before you bite my head off for saying that, I just want to let you know, it might not be there yet. It might not be the kind of marketing initiative. I'm talking about TikTok and video marketing. We're not quite there where it's really the number one referral source for new patients is I follow you here, I found you there. It takes time and effort to build a following and a reputation, but that long game approach to marketing does yield very powerful returns in the long game. You just can't look at it as, what can I run today that can generate a return on investment tomorrow? Or you will be disappointed in social media marketing and video marketing for a long time to come. So when you're building this, you need to have realistic expectations for that person, and we'll get to that. So you want someone who is consistent with their efforts, who is dedicated to building a footprint. And what does this look like? This might be that person is in all of the local Facebook groups, is actively generating relationships with people who can be thought leaders in your community, who can help you build and accelerate your word of mouth marketing. This can be a person who is actively reaching out to local businesses and generating referral relationships there. This can be someone who is just a great connector in the community. And they don't need a ton of time to dedicate to this. You could do this in 2 business days a week, depending on how many items you have on your management task list, depending on how many practices you have to market, how many locations you have. I would say once you have 3 locations, this could definitely be a full-time position. Or if you're a specialty practice, like an orthodontic practice or a pediatric practice, and you're still heavily reliant on the referrals of general dentists and other medical professionals, then you may dedicate a little bit more time to this than the general practice with a part-time employee. So you have to think about your needs. You have to think about how many items you want this person to manage, how many actions you want this person to manage, before you even post a job to recruit this person. Next, you want to look at their expertise. Where's their working experience? Have they ever done SEO? Have they ever ran and optimized Google Ads campaigns? Are they certified in these different areas? Yes, they have certifications for different platforms. If not, and that's going to be kind of hard to find, honestly, but if not, if they're not a designer, a writer, an ad specialist, an SEO specialist, a community outreach specialist, if they're not all of those things in one person, you're going to want to supplement that person's position with an agency like ours, like Identity Dental Marketing. We work very well with dental teams that have a dedicated person that's looking at their marketing, checking their stats, helping to optimize and communicate new focuses for campaigns and things like that. So it's not an either or, either we insource it or we outsource it. Sometimes there's a combination of the two, and that really gets you the best ROI. So another thing that this person can do is plan events. When I was a marketing manager, I had emergency treatment days where I would really leverage those opportunities to get in to the press whenever possible, to drive brand recognition in the community. And I had and I still have a whole process for how to market events in the dental practice and what kind of events will actually lead to new patients. I see a lot of people doing, like, October's coming up now as I'm recording this. We're in October. I see them doing this candy buyback thing. Well, it kind of works. It's better than nothing, and it's fairly easy to do, but the patients come in, drop off their candy, and then you never see them again as a patient. So you want to make sure whatever event you're doing is going to lead to either new patients for life, positive brand recognition, or referral generation, positive reviews. And with the right event, you can squeeze all of those things out of the marketing initiative. So really think about what you want from this person, what you want them to manage. And before you bring them on board and you set their goals and you tell them what to accomplish, I want to tell you this. It's very, very important that the goals you set for every team member are achievable. And what do I mean by this? Too often I see dental practice owners recruit a part-time marketing assistant, and then they say, listen, so-and-so, your job is to get us to 5,000 likes by the end of the year. And it's like, why? How is that going to help the practice grow? And can that person really control how many likes you get to the page? They can influence the likes, but they can't control it. A better way to communicate this is, I would like you to make 20 points of contact per day outreach to people in the community and invite them to like our page and invite them to follow it, invite them to come in for a free new patient offering or whatever it may be. And so that you can control. I can control if I reach out to 20 new patients, but I cannot control if those 20 people come in and end up being patients. So make sure for any team member, the goals you set are physically within their control, not just arbitrary numbers that you're kind of pulling out of the sky. If you do the arbitrary number pulling from the sky, you run the risk of really demoralizing your team and putting them in a position where, even though they're working really hard, they don't feel like they've made you happy or met your goals or criteria, which aren't based in any sense of maybe reality or factual or even ability, I'll say. So make sure that these things are tangible, they're achievable, they're doable, and they're action items, not just numbers. Very, very, very important. So when does it make sense? It makes sense to bring someone in full-time, like I said, when you have 3 locations, or when you have enough on the to-do list that it would justify taking that person's time. And then you also want to think about, what are you going to get in return of these actions? How many new patients are you expecting to see from these different actions? So sometimes people go into social media marketing and they think that they're just going to have so many new patients that they don't know where to put them because now they're on TikTok. And in reality, certain platforms need to mature for advertisers. And at the end of the day, if you're not spending money and you don't have a strong offer, when it comes to social media marketing, you might not see the return on investment that you're hoping for. Another problem I see is that people expect the same return on investment or the same type of ROI from social media marketing as they would from a direct lead generation type strategy. So Google Ads, SEO, even mailers, even though they're more expensive, I don't always recommend them. Those are more lead generation strategies. Social media marketing, a lot of times, depending on the situation, is more brand recognition, brand building, trust building. And it's very, very, very powerful. A lot of people say, I don't want to waste money in that because I'm not going to see an ROI. but then they start investing in it and they start seeing that people recognize them and their new patient numbers increase. Their word of mouth referrals increase because they're now top of mind in their community. So although they're unable to trace back new patient referral source to Facebook ad or Instagram ad or regular posting, over time, they're able to see that more people remember us, know who we are, trust us. And that trust is just everything in brand building. So if you are thinking about hiring someone, look at their skills, think about exactly what you want them to handle. And I just want you to go into this with a realistic mindset. Not every person who applies to a marketing job, in fact, almost no one, is a powerful writer, designer, ads expert, SEO expert, website manager, and great at hosting and domain technicalities and HIPAA compliance and email. I mean, you really need an agency to get all of those different areas of expertise, but you could certainly benefit from bringing someone in or talking to one of your current employees who's interested in marketing, wants to help grow the practice, and can do that word of mouth, accelerate the word of mouth marketing in your community. That's really what you want them to focus on. So last question here is, Grace, if you were leading this marketing manager, what would you have them do? What are some of the things that you would have them do? And I love this question. The first thing is before and after photos. I see that people take them, but then they don't know what to do with them. Have a step-by-step protocol. This is when we take them. This is what we do with them. This is the kind of verbiage that accompanies them. And this is the form we need the patient to fill out. This has to be a clean system that's recurring so that your marketing manager isn't just waiting for you to give them something. They're proactively embedded with your dental practice systems, and they know when to take the photos, when to get the testimonial, and how to publish this information. So that's one thing I would have them do on a regular basis. The next is I would start shooting video, just like this one, educational video, breaking down maybe misconceptions, what to expect. There's so much you can do with video marketing to educate your intended community, your target market. And so that person can be coming up with scripts and questions, and they can interview you if they know how to work a basic camera. They can interview you and take that information and turn it into reels and clips and videos. And if you want to know how we're doing this, follow our channel, Identity Dental Marketing. You'll see this in action as different clips come up and lead to full episodes of information. So this can benefit you. It's the long game. It's the brand building game, but it can certainly drive patients in the long term, drive your reputation, and build your business. Another thing I'd have this person do is report back to me on a monthly basis. So have them look at, where are we ranking in terms of SEO? How are our Google ads performing? I might even train this person to listen to new patient phone calls and to score them. Sorry, my dogs like to act up when I'm recording. And to score them to see where the team could improve in terms of sales skills. Now, this is only if that person has those abilities and those strengths. I am a very weird leader in that I hire good people. I hire for their core values. I coach around that, and I like to match responsibilities to people instead of people to responsibilities. So if you come across a really great writer who is influential and connected in the community, but she's not a graphic designer, she's not a videographer, you can bring in some support. You can supplement that. You're not going to find all of these characteristics in one person. So I hope this is a little bit helpful. If you do have a marketing director, you're thinking about bringing one on board, and you want to talk specifically about their strengths and weaknesses and how we might be able to complement what you already do in office, feel free to set up a complimentary marketing planning session with me. You can find those links on our website, identitydental.com. And before you leave, click the subscribe button, the like, the share, and hopefully this information can get out to help more people in the same position as you. Thanks for checking in, and I hope you have a great day.